Hey guys, Doug the Retirement Guy. We got a review of today of KURVES Netflix ETF NFLP. Is it good for a retirement fund or is it good for more income? They advertise a great dividend yield of 27.62%. That's a heck of a lot better from Netflix paying absolutely nothing. Let's take a look and see how they do it and if it's worthwhile and should we invest in this stock. KURVE Yield Premium Strategy Netflix ETF NFLP is a fund we're seeing from KURVE quite a bit. They're just selling options off of one common stock, which is this one here would be Netflix. They invest money into treasury bills or notes for additional interest payments and to build up their inflow or their income. But they really get most of their stuff from selling the options on the Netflix stocks that they put into. Their distribution, as we said, 27.62. Their SEC yield 33 or 3.339 sounds good. If we take a look at their holdings, very common what we're going to see from KURVE, and that is the treasury bills, and then we'll see the stock that they're playing with, and then also funds into the Fidelity Investment Market Group of the government. So they're pretty much well-balanced portfolio. So we ask why NFLP? Well, they advertise at 27.62% return. Netflix may give you appreciation in value, but they're giving you nothing for dividend history for any type of payments. The SEC says this fund has a 3.39 over 30-day SEC yield program. So let's take a look first. 27.62 return. That is a high number, and it always will report as a risk. You know this from this channel. When you see those high numbers, you always have to ask, are we doing this through covered calls? Are we selling shorts? What are we doing? And this one, of course, yes, is doing covered calls in the program. The 3.39 30-day SEC yield promotes that there's some good cash flow coming out of this on a regular basis, especially over the next 30 days. So no worry about missing a dividend when you get a number that high. They do offer monthly dividend payouts. We always say they're not guaranteed, and we love monthly dividend payouts because you can reinvest the potential to grow your number of shares, to continue to grow your income, or here on the retirement channel, we like the regular cash flow of monthly payouts. So every month we can get that money, we can pay the bills, we can keep the lights on, and we can get to our financial goals. The other thing that this gives us a very cost-effective way of investing into a Netflix train. Right now, I believe Netflix is probably over about $1,023, $24 a share. This is going to get us into buying. We're really not buying and investing into Netflix, but we're getting the advantages of the ups and the downs through the covered calls. Let's take a look at the return. You're looking at 8.22% over the first month, which is very strong. When we look at 3 months, we're looking at 18.8% return. 6 months, 39.11% return. The year-to-date return is not shocking at 8.22. It's not a mistake. It means we've only have 1 month into the year of those numbers. When we look at the 1-year mark, calendar to calendar, you're at 48.22 growth. So I'm really impressed with these numbers right off the bat. They all look positive. They all look strong. And even though that this fund is short-term, hasn't been out a long time, it looks at 62% for the inception rate. But even if all these numbers, and being optimistic here, says let's cut them in half, you're still a very, very impressive fund from what I'm reading so far. So let's throw this into our spreadsheet. If we invested $10,000 into the NFLP portfolio back in January 23 of 24, we would have bought $27.77. $10,000 investment would have gotten us 360 shares. At that time, it paid 43 cents a share. And if you look at it, the next month it went down to 34. That's the lowest it's ever been. But we're all the way up to $1.05 in dividend payouts. So it just is like a machine. It's getting stronger, stronger, and stronger. You look at the stock return from 27, we're all the way up to 36 by December. And we added in January because we had the information. It's still growing. So I don't believe this is too late to get involved into it. But at 12 months, we would have had $2,970 of growth, or 29.71%. So the value of our stock has gone dramatically up. And we still have a 24.52% return from dividend investments. This gives us an unbelievable number, and I'm surprised they're not promoting and advertising this hot and heavy. is that they're giving a 54.24% return when you include your dividends and your value return on investment. Those are phenomenal numbers. If you take a look at what we did, add that extra month of January into there, we're still up to 30.51% because we added now the $3,050. We added another $305 in dividends for a 27% return. So guys, this fund is rocketing and going strong. So I would highly suggest you take a look at this one. Now, we take a look at the chart. And we call this NFLP is a slow rise but stable. Look at what this fund has done. It starts off here below $30, basically right in about $27 range. And it continues. The first real drop that it has back down to $30 is in July. And after that, it's rocketing and continuously climbing. Your average price is $31.76. So the chart definitely shows it's holding long periods of price, no real issues. This is one that you always want to, you love when you see kind of a flat line of this, especially for retirement, when you're not losing any of your value, but gaining big dividends on top of it. Now, the best of all, Morningstar rates this thing at a very low conservative risk tolerance. So this means you're not going to see a lot of changes, ups and downs in this thing. It's fairly flat with what we're seeing in the charts, Morningstar across the board. So we're pleased with this fund. So let's do the summary on this NFLP fund on the stock return. Over the last 12 months, you're showing 29.71% return. I mean, I got to give you a thumbs up. I wish I could give you 2 thumbs up on that one. Getting 30% from a fund is unheard of. And we proved it, that you got the money there and it's still growing. You add in a dividend return. Dividend return of 24.52%. That's 2% a month, or $204 a month coming in from this fund from a $10,000 investment. That's huge. That gets a big thumbs up. And then when you look at the total return and counting your dividends and your NAV increase, you're talking a 54% return, including your dividends. I don't know what more we can do. That is a big thumbs up. And I think where we want to be is we want to be heavily invested into this. So is NFLP good for your retirement account? Well, I think you already know by the tone of my voice, this thing is a huge yes. You definitely want to be involved into it. When you get the risk level very low as a 1 through Morningstar, it makes you feel very comfortable, makes you feel like you can go to bed at night very happy because you know your money's making money for you. When you take a look at the dividend, is great, 24.52. This gives you a ton of money to live off of. You can make some big things happen in a retirement account if you're getting that 24.52%. The NAV return rate, this one blows them out. You're getting that 29% gain in your net value. So this thing is just continuously going across the board. So for a retirement account, I don't think you can find something much better than what this fund is really producing. So this gets one of our very first ever strong buy. Get involved in this share. Now, always remember, we're not telling you to invest your money or to how to do that. What we're suggesting is these are great things to go look at. I would never put all my money into one nest egg, but this is one that add in some extra dollars into it, let it grow. You can almost literally get your money out in less than the first year and live off the bank's money. So again, guys, this is where I say NFLP, excellent choice. Make it happen. I'm Doug, the retirement guy. Man, if you like the information you're getting here, hit that like button. We're trying everything we can to continue to grow this site and to keep our videos out there. Don't miss any of our videos. Hit the subscribe button. You'll get notified every time one of our new videos gets out there. And best of all, if you have any comments at all, don't be afraid to put them down below. We'll answer your questions, good, bad, or ugly. Everything helps the channel grow. I thank you, and we'll see you next time.